And then we have the collection, baby. I got all the originals and their Zords. Tonight's the night, all my 90s kids. Power Rangers is back. Power Rangers, baby. Yeah! It's morphin' time. I have to be casual, otherwise they won't let me into the theater. Don't need this. This bad boy was a birthday present. And yes, it can. So anyways, this movie could be awful, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be awesome. All new actors, new suits, but same characters that we grew up with. I have nothing to talk about. If you know the Power Rangers, then you know what we're doing. We don't need to explain anything other than when's the Green Ranger gonna show up. They already leaked a picture of the helmet, by the way, so you already know that's coming. Anyways, let's teleport to the theater. And we made it to my favorite theater of all. I drove 25 miles to go to this theater. Ticket prices are affordable. The food is awesome. I picked the best seats in the house. Ready to go?
Yes!
Let's do this. The best seats. Best seats. Couldn't get any better seats. So look at this entree. We got drinks, we got chicken, we got burgers, pizza, nachos, football player. Okay, it's time to go. God. That was intense. Absolutely worth it. There was a lot of things I was worried about with this movie. Turns out that I'm okay with pretty much all of it, all of the changes. I have so much to talk about when I get home, and this time I was prepared to record the ending. So let's get started. Alright, so let's go through this quickly. So me being a hardcore Power Ranger fan, I'm going to be biased about some things, I'm going to be upset about some things. I am sure you are aware of the changes in this movie, and I can tell you right now, for all of them pretty much, I am good with them. All the things they changed, they managed to make it work. I don't know how else to say it, but I did not have a problem with a lot of it. It actually flowed very well with the storyline that they were going with. My favorite part of the movie is actually the very beginning of the movie. Like, the very beginning gets you pumped. You're just like, yeah, I'm ready for this. The best character in the movie was hands down Rita Repulsa. After everyone sees this movie, I can picture a lot of new Rita Repulsa cosplays coming out because she just nailed it. She killed it. And be prepared, this movie is PG-13. Now, I know we're all used to PG-13. That's like the difference between the PG-13 and rated R. That's like where the big line is drawn. Just remember that. PG-13, prepare for some other things that you wouldn't think you would hear or see in like what you saw on TV. I don't even want to say anything about this movie. Like, I love this movie. I don't want to say anything about it. But I'm gonna give it my grade for you to go see, which is really tough for me because I am biased like hardcore right now. Like you can see I have a problem. You know what? I'm gonna try and be fair, and I'm gonna give it a B+. Now I have reasons for that. I want to give it an A, but there's a lot of little things missing, and when you actually step back from the storyline and look at like the overall like progress of the movie and the characters, there's not a lot. We'll start with the amount of fight scenes. Very little. So it kind of drops for me. Also, certain characters in the Power Ranger franchise in this movie are more underwhelming than I expected them to be. They are big character people, but they just weren't popping for me in this movie as they should be. So I drop it of a lower grade for that. And there are other things like certain weapons, certain phrases, maybe even certain moves. There's just certain things that are very, very traditional that shouldn't be left out. Things that you expect to see in this kind of movie, and some of those things weren't there. If you want to know the things that I am talking about, you go watch my spoiler video. I'm not sure if these are actually spoilers, but it's gonna snowball into that. So I'm just not gonna bring up, you know, the things that I didn't like about it. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, go see the spoiler video. But I'm gonna give it a B+. Yes, I am absolutely happy with the money I spent to go to the movies and see this on the big screen. Yes, I will probably see it again in theaters before it comes out on video. And yes, I will be buying it on video, clearly I will. The story was really good. The background of the characters was great. The actors were great. There was a lot of really good things in this movie. It was just missing some traditional things that had to be in this movie, and they weren't there. And all the little changes they did, for example, that you do know, that the Black Ranger is not black, the Blue Ranger is now black. And we're talking about the traditional originals when it shouldn't have been that way. The way they made this movie made that work. It was okay. I actually had no problem with that. There's some other things that you might not know about from the trailer that they did something like that, but I'm not going to bring it up. But I was okay with that too. There's a lot of things that they changed that I was good with. So if you're interested, go watch my spoiler video, and then we can talk like more in depth about it. I still got to figure out my setup here and how I'm wanting to do this. So bear with me. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next upload.